Hello team and happy Sunday. As happy as a Sunday can be. Hopefully you are not experiencing the Sunday scaries. I find it hard to not experience them even though I enjoy my job. Anyway, hope you've had a lovely start to the weekend. If you're based in London, you will have experienced some fantastic weather on Saturday. Believe me when I say that it feels like spring is here. We're getting teasers of summertime. It's been sunny all day. And also, I do apologize if I go on about the weather too much. Maybe that's not a thing that other countries do as much, but it definitely is something that the UK does. But anyway, London is feeling great. Yes, I'm wearing this jumper, but this is how things happen. They happen gradually here. It's like it's always a soft launch. It's never a hard launch into spring or summer. We have to, take it in little steps, baby steps. So anyway, this past week, I have to say that I've been quite lazy. I was experiencing a little bit of procrastination, I guess, definitely in the sort of content creation side of things. And I made some very basic lazy girl dinners. So if you're watching this expecting some complicated recipes, I'm afraid I'm not giving you that on this episode. But what I am giving you is a little taste of London this last week. Stuff that I've done this week, I think some of the highlights would have, one of the key highlights would be getting a Dusty Knuckle and Addis sandwich. If you're in London, and specifically East London, I think you'll have heard, it's very likely you'll have heard of the Dusty Knuckle. It's an amazing bakery, and if you haven't been, I recommend that you go. They make amazing bread. I should also say that the Dusty Knuckle are also a social enterprise, so they, I believe, employ at-risk youth to basically get them on the job market, get them going, which is such a fantastic cause. And aside from that, they have a baking school. They've got amazing products. One of the best things I've had from there is this feta and sesame and honey, I think it is, like basically a big swirl of a pastry. And it is top-notch stuff. But anyway, this bakery, the Dusty Knuckle, did a collaboration over these last 2 weeks with Addis, who are a salad and sandwich shop. And there's a few chains across London. I gotta say, I love a collaboration between businesses that are aligned. And this collaboration definitely made sense. And it was very clever because it was limited edition, so it was only 2 weeks. And every single day of that 2-week period, there would only be 25 sandwiches made and sold a day. Not only is that clever marketing, but it's also sustainable and great all around. So anyway, on Thursday, when I was working from the office, I decided to try my luck. And you'll see in the video, I even sort of ran halfway there because I just thought there's gonna be queues. I might not even get a sandwich. There's only 25 made and sold a day. I'm probably not gonna get this one. Anyway, I got there at 11:30 and they had already sold. My sandwich was the 10th sandwich that they had sold that day. Definitely worth it. I was glad I didn't have to queue, although if you have seen other episodes, I'm no stranger to a queue, but I was very content with not queuing. And I have to say the sandwich was great. It had some buffalo sauce in it, had some Caesar sauce, it had blackened chicken, which is apparently an Addis special, and it had lettuce, avocado. Am I missing something? Oh, yes, I am. I'm missing the two key points, or my favorite points of the sandwich, which were the deep fried shallots, and which added like a very nice crunch because nothing else really had a crunch. And then the focaccia, which was just a plain focaccia, but my goodness, the Dusty Knuckle know their stuff. So, I'm telling you all this, and it is too late to get that sandwich, but it isn't too late to go to the Dusty Knuckle. And to be honest, I think that they'll be around for a really long time. They've got an amazing following, an amazing community around them for good reason. Great business. I love it. What else this week? I told you about my lazy dinners. I also tried a new M&S cookie. It was a new one, at least that I've seen, from their Chunked and Loaded series. Anyway, you'll see my review on that. I also tried a new restaurant in Crystal Palace, which has been open maybe for 2 weeks, and it was so packed. Actually, this brings me to an interesting point. Yesterday, there was a new story around, because obviously we're approaching April, the end of the financial year, and there was a story about the UK economy kind of falling behind, especially with restaurants taking a lot of the sort of fallout and experiencing a lot of difficulties in this period. And this story came out yesterday on Friday, and I went up to Crystal Palace and every single restaurant was so busy. I was so glad to see it. And by the way, this doesn't mean that that story isn't valid, because I know from so many restaurants, so many bakeries that have shut over this last year that it's not easy. And I know I harp on I talk about this a little bit every so often. And not to get all heavy, but it's a really difficult time for restaurants. It was just really nice yesterday, just seeing the high street being busy. That's all. It was just very, very lovely. Today is Saturday, and I plan to watch one of the Oscars Best Picture contenders. I don't know which one yet, but I love the Oscars. I love award ceremonies more generally, so I like to sort of give myself time to prepare for them. And this is what I'm doing tonight. And I'm excited. It's gonna be a quiet night in. It's gonna be great. Sometimes Saturday nights are great for that. I should say as well that next week will be a busy one, actually. My parents are visiting, so whenever they visit, I try and book nice restaurants. They don't have to be expensive, just something nice for us to eat and enjoy. I do like to show off London to them as well. So yeah, that'll be good. And I'll take plenty and plenty of footage from that. But in the meantime, people, I am going to say love you and leave you. I'm going to love you and leave you, rather. Hope you have a fantastic Sunday. Hope you enjoy this episode. As always, comment below if you want to see something specific. Thank you for tuning in to another one. Morning peeps, doing a little walk and talk. Don't usually do these anymore, but here we are. And the reason why I've come on is because it's not even 7 yet, and look how light it is outside. There's blooms on the ground from the trees that are blossoming. It's happening, people, and I'm delighted. The weather is getting normal, although I am wearing a scarf, mind you, but this will be taken off shortly. Anyway, happy days. See you soon. Hello, Baba. Lazy girl dinner number 2 of this week. We've got some kale with lots of salt and olive oil. We've got the leftover fava from last week. We've got tomatoes, we've got feta, and we've got avocado with some extra olive oil on top. And I'm about to put on some of that hot sauce with the Scotch bonnet, and that'll be it. Finish my lazy dinner, and I have the leftovers of an M&S chunked and loaded cookie. The flavor of this one is salted caramel and pretzel. You'll remember if you've been following me. If not, that's okay. In the past few months ago, I tried the pistachio chunked and loaded one from M&S. Was not impressed. And you know me, or even if you don't, I love a pistachio cookie. Was not enamored by that one. This though, tried it at work, absolutely delicious. Highly recommend. It's got a nice mix of sort of saltiness from the pretzel, but also the caramel. Also, it's a bit of a double, actually, let me get this out. One side of it is dark chocolate. The other one is just like a white cookie. The darker side has the pretzel. So it's a nice contrast of salted with the sort of sugary dark chocolate. It's not bitter. And then the other side is the caramelly side. Really, really good. And then a drizzle of more chocolate on top. Very nice. I shall put this camera down now and enjoy.
Yeah. 50. Really? Paul. Correct. I mean, not drugs, but obviously sleeping pills, not recreational. Ask one athlete to say.
Nice, there's only a few things that you have to call out. I'll show you this one because of any like confidentiality or
Slightly failed experiment here, but this is a bed of couscous with roasted red peppers and sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil. And on top of that is tuna steak with chimichurri sauce from that amazing empanadas place in Crystal Palace. Still tastes good, mind you, but just not as raw, or pink rather, as it should be. Oh well, I'm gonna tuck in either way. Alien on top. More rich. No, speak.
And there's like country flags and stuff like that.
yeah.
So creative. Morning, Dave. It's another light and sunny day. This is yet another appreciation post, I guess. I know I look like hell, but and me without having started the day properly. See you later. I should also say that I'm realizing that this is peak London Marathon training season, because that's kind of in late April and it's such a huge event. And I'm seeing an influx of runners. That could be due to the improvement of weather, but it could also be the London Marathon. And there's no part of me that feels I'm missing out. Am I gonna go and cheer them on? Of course. But am I missing out or feel a type of way about it? Absolutely not. Best of luck to them. May they enjoy it. That is all. I got it. Guys, I ran half of the way here because I thought it would be queues out the door to get this sandwich. Fortunately, it was just me. Maybe this is becoming sad. I think that was a wake-up call. However, I did get the reward at the end of it, so I'm happy with that.
So what's inside it? What makes it so special?
In East London, and they're doing a collab. Oh. Onions looking very fresh. Look at it, it's budding.
it.